She's our favourite on the Big Sports Breakfast, particularly at this time on a Thursday. Jaimee Rogers joins us. Hi, Jaimee.
Hi, guys. Good to see you today.
It's really your segment, We're just sort of like byproducts of it.
Well, you guys are the key to this segment. We need your insights to make sure it actually works.
But it's the burning questions of the week, and you've been
Yes.
slaving over a typewriter. Do they still have typewriters?
I think we use more iPads these days.
The old Olympia, bashing it out, the carbon copy.
Yeah,
I get pulled up on some of the names that I call things from the old days. I said the other day to my daughter. She was going out on Friday night, and I said, "Oh, which disco are you going to?"
Disco.
Disco. She said, "What? What's a disco?"
There's a private bin still open.
That's pretty funny. I don't
Is
think
that
I've
funny
heard
too?
that term in a
I haven't
very
heard
long
disco since-
time. Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Saturday
must be a
Night
deal.
Fever wasn't a documentary,
No, but that's what they call them. I don't say go out to a nightclub. I say which disco.
They
you
call
going
them nightclubs.
to? Anyway, I found that out.
That's really funny.
How are you,
You're so
Jaimee?
uncool.
All right, well, let's get into it, guys. So we'll start off, obviously, massive day of racing on Saturday, and we'll focus on the slipper. Now, Godolphin obviously have, it's a slipper assault. They've got such great runners this year. Is this their year to take it out? I mean, effectively, they could take the trifecta with the quality that they've got.
Well, Gay's done it. Gay's gone 1, 2, 3, but they've got 6 in it, 5 trained by James, but they only need 1 horse. You only need 1 horse to win it.
True.
I hope you're right, because I took the big odds Tenley a few weeks ago. But at this stage, I think I'd rather be on Cosmic Force.
I think they will win it.
Yep.
6 runners in a field, in a classy field. I like Microphone or Tenley. I think they're going to ride Tenley a bit more positively and forward. And Microphone, I've been really, really impressed. And Microphone, I think, beat Cosmic Force.
Did, but
Last
wasn't
run. I
never
know-
been on a wet track, mate.
I know it's never been on a wet track, but I'm going on the theory that it'll be maybe a soft 5.
Well, Huey Bowman's on it. There's a pretty good theory.
And also, Darren Beedman said Microphone on that Road to the Championships show on Sky Thoroughbred
Mate, he
Central on
tipped us
Tuesday
at
night.
Exhilarates on Tuesday morning.
Who, Darren?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he's
Well, I
got a
guess
soft spot for Exhilarates.
Yes.
And
A
they
soft
don't
spot
care.
or a tipping? That's two completely different.
Mate, they'll be...
I've got a soft spot for the Raiders, but I don't tip them every week.
Don't worry. They'll be cheering for Microphone. It's worth 40 million if it wins,
Yeah.
compared to a filly if it wins. She'll be a nice filly, but she won't be worth 40 million.
No. All right, let's move on to the NRL. And how long will it take for the Broncos to gel under Anthony Seibold?
How long did it take the Roosters last year, you reckon? 14 weeks, 15 weeks?
At least 6.
I reckon it'll be at the back end of the season. So I reckon after 12, 13 weeks. There you
Ooh,
go.
okay.
Okay. They definitely showed some good signs last week.
Well, let me tell you.
To be
if-
at their best, I reckon it'll be at the back end of the year.
He'll start to feel the pressure. You take over the only club in town. Virtually, the Broncos are they're the biggest thing in town, right? It's unbelievable when you get up there how big they are. If they lose to the Cowboys, they'll be 0-2, and Anthony will be under pressure. But I think it's going to take 10 rounds.
Yeah, I'm 12 to 14, and then he's got to put up with players being involved in representative football. So it might be a little bit longer. I'm not happy about Matt Gillett playing as a 13. I think he's better suited as an edge player. But it's probably through necessity at the moment he's playing him there in the 13 and playing him tight.
Mark it down. I don't think they can win the comp with the halves they've got.
Oh, their kicking game needs to improve. Geez, they were disappointing in that area of their game.
All right, over to the Bulldogs. Now, after their thrashing, Dean Pay said, "That's not us," and he's gone on to name an unchanged side. Will he be proven wrong?
Don't like it. I think he should have made changes straight away. I can understand where he's coming from, but after a performance like that, I think he needed to stamp his authority and say, hey, if you want to play like that, you're rubbish, you're in second grade.
40 points in round 1, not round 26 when you can't make the 8 or you've got nothing to play for. You had everything to play for. You're an equal competition leader going into the round. You had to make some change.
It sends a clear message to the team that wasn't acceptable.
It also just seems as though they appear to be have no answers of what went wrong.
For me, I
It's
just
Jesse
thought,
Martin.
well, you know what?
Um,
Well, Jesse Martin, he's a back rower. He could come into the team. I really like young Nick Meaney, young fullback they brought from the Newcastle Knights. They've got young Jack Cogger there. I think Kieran Foran and young Lewis are under pressure. They need to perform. I didn't think they got a lot out of them. I can understand why he's sticking with those guys, but there were some other players that I would look to change because it was unacceptable. And if they continue to play like that, it'll be a long, long season for the Dogs.
Yeah.
Master Morgan, is Michael Morgan a better player without JT?
Yes. I think he showed that a couple of years ago when JT wasn't there. I think he's lived in JT's shadow. I think he's always taken a back seat. But when he gets his hands on the ball, he can sit back and watch what's happening, watching the game unfold. He's got a good football brain. He can inject himself into the play when he needs to. I think he's a better player, much better player without JT there. And that's saying something.
It's hard to believe because they've gone up in my premiership aspirations without Jonathan Thurston there. So I think he is because he can just do whatever he likes. He doesn't have to worry about sharing the ball. I'm with Loz there. It's Reece Martin I was talking about for the Bulldogs. I think Jesse Martin was the solo sailor around the world.
Well, it's those type of conditions early in the week. That's why you had Jesse Martin on your mind. But no, Master Morgan, I think he's a fantastic player. And he's a guy that, I think he enjoys that responsibility of being the man. Some players don't like it. I think Morgan thrives in it. And he showed us that 2 years ago when he was the best player in the game. And last week against the Dragons, he was terrific.
And just quickly, boys, the AFL obviously kicks off tonight, and their grand final debate was reignited with the announcement that the grand final is going to be played again at 2:30. Obviously, the NRL's tinkered with grand final times before. Who's got it right?
AFL.
Okay.
Rugby league.
I like the day grand final.
It's not about what you like. Who's got it right?
Well, I think they have. You ask a lot of people out there
that
support rugby league, they will tell you they want it to go back to the day.
They all hate the nighttime grand final.
No, they don't hate it. They just prefer the day
because
over the night.
It buggers up their barbecue.
100%.
Is it all about the snags?
Yeah, it is.
Eventually, take it as written. Maybe not in our lifetime. There'll be a nighttime AFL grand final.
Right.
Take it as written in stone. Take it to the bank.
There you go.
There you go. Gil McLaughlin.
You're allowed to have a barbecue at night time.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be after.
It's not the same, Terry. How many people do you run into that say to you they'd prefer the league to go back to
everybody?
Exactly right.
It's not going back. Take it as written.
That's why the AFL, they realise their fan base, the supporters do not want it moved, and they won't move it.
It will move. It will move. They were the burning questions.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you Monday.
Good
Thank
on you,
you, Jaimee.